All right, let's just jump right in. We've all heard the hype, right? That to make any real money with AI, you've got to be some kind of coding genius or a huge influencer. But what if I told you the real secret was, well, something kind of boring? Today, we're going to break down a strategy that's quietly making people six-figure incomes, and trust me, it's way more accessible than you think.
The source material we're digging into today kicks off with this pretty bold statement. It basically says that the story everyone is selling about AI and getting rich, it's not exactly the truth. So let's pull back the curtain on this. What is this so-called AI wealth lie? Well, it's the massive gap between what you see on social media and what is actually genuinely working for people on the ground right now. See, on one side, you've got the myth. You have to be this brilliant tech wizard or already be famous to even have a shot. But the reality, the truth, is that regular people are building incredible incomes using simple, practical, and kind of boring strategies, often with free AI tools. It's a total game changer. And this brings us right to the heart of it all. Why boring is actually your secret weapon. It's not about inventing the next big thing. It's about solving simple, specific problems that people are more than happy to pay for just to make them go away. So what do we even mean by a boring digital product? Look, it's not the next viral app, that's for sure. It's a super straightforward solution that gives someone immediate relief from a really nagging problem. You want to think less about being clever and novel and more about being purely, simply useful. And you can pretty much break these down into four main buckets. Things that simplify decisions, step-by-step setup guides, fill-in-the-blank templates, and repeatable frameworks. You see the pattern here? They all do one thing. They reduce the mental heavy lifting for your customer, and that is incredibly valuable. And when we say simple, we mean really simple. Check out these real-world examples. Chicken coop checklists, puppy training logs. These things are not sexy. They are not going to be on the cover of some tech magazine, but they solve a very specific problem for a very specific person. And because of that, they sell. Okay, playbook number one. Let's get practical. How do you take one of these boring ideas and actually turn it into a product you can sell? And how do you do it super fast without needing to know a lick of code? This is always the big one, isn't it? The question that stops so many good ideas dead in their tracks. I'd love to build that, but I can't code. Well, guess what? That whole barrier is basically crumbling to dust. The answer is a hard no. Not anymore. There's this new idea floating around called vibe coding, and it completely changes the game. It means that building stuff is less about knowing the perfect syntax and more about having good taste and just being able to describe what you want. And the process is almost laughably simple. Step 1, find a super specific problem. Step 2, use these new AI tools to build the app by literally just telling it what to do in plain English. And step 3, and this is crucial, launch it fast. Speed is everything right now. It's how you get that early mover advantage and stake your claim. All right, on to playbook number 2. Maybe building products isn't really your thing, and that's totally fine. You can use this exact same boring principle to sell some seriously high-value services directly to other businesses. Now, when you're selling services, there is one golden rule you absolutely cannot forget. It's called revenue proximity. Your service has to be as close to the money as possible. It has to directly help a business make more money or save more money. If you can't draw that straight line, you're going to get fired. It's that simple. So what's a perfect example of this in action? A service called Speed to Lead. All this does is help businesses respond to new leads the literal second they come in. So why is something so simple so incredibly valuable? Well, it all comes down to a really powerful psychological trigger called intent decay. The idea is that a customer's desire to buy drops like a rock with every single minute that passes. Like the source material says, every minute you wait, you lose them. If you can solve that problem, you're directly making that business more money. It's an easy sell. So the model is super straightforward. First, you find businesses that get leads after hours but can't respond. Think dentists, gyms, that kind of thing. Second, you build them a simple automated system, like a missed call text back bot. And third, and this is key, you price it on the value it creates, not the hours you work. Charge a setup fee and a monthly retainer. And look, speed to lead is just the beginning. You can apply this same logic everywhere, fixing ugly websites in minutes with AI, getting paid just to tell a company which AI tools they should be using, or even building simple custom apps so they can cancel their expensive software subscriptions. All of these are super high value. Okay, so we've covered products, we've covered services.
Let's boil it all down. In this brand new world, what is your actual unfair advantage? I'll give you a hint. It's probably not what you're thinking.
First off, it is not about waiting for some lightning bolt of a brilliant idea to strike. That's what everyone else is doing, and it's a losing game.
No, the real secret is finding one of those simple, nagging, boring problems that's driving a specific group of people absolutely crazy. And here's the real kicker. It's about solving that problem faster than anyone else can. Your true advantage isn't the idea itself. It's the speed at which you can build and launch a solution using these new tools. Speed is the new currency.
And that really brings us to the bottom line. It has never, ever been easier to get in the game and build something. But here's the catch. That means this golden window of opportunity, it's not going to stay open forever.
So that really leaves just one question for you, doesn't it? The playing field is level. The tools are here, but the clock is ticking. What simple, nagging, boring problem are you going to solve first?